What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so I have some breaking news to report. And for those who are fans of the NBA returning to NBC, do I have some news for you? And that is that the GOAT is taking on yet another challenge in his basketball career. Chicago Bulls great and NBA legend Michael Jordan will serve as a, quote, special contributor to NBC's coverage of the NBA in the fall. The network, which regularly broadcasts NBA games from 1990, when it took over from CBS, to 2002, when it largely ceded control of rights to games to ABC and Disney, will resume coverage of the sport in the fall after reaching an 11-year agreement with the league. When NBC starts covering games again, Jordan will be part of that coverage. The network has not yet announced Jordan's specific role just yet, calling him a, quote, a special contributor. It's unclear how often Jordan will appear on the network or what his job duties will entail. Regardless of his role, Michael Jordan is more than qualified to talk about the sport. The Hall of Famer spent 15 years in the NBA, winning 6 championships with the Bulls. He was a 14-time All-Star, 11-time All-NBA selection, 10-time scoring champion, and 5-time MVP. To this day, Jordan is still considered, by those with common sense, the greatest basketball player of all time, although y'all guys know my feelings for Wilt. Following his playing career, Jordan served in the front office role with the Washington Wizards. He then purchased a minority stake in the Charlotte Hornets. I think they're leaving out the fact that he played 2 years with the Wizards. Then he purchased a minority stake with the Charlotte Hornets. He was named the managing member of basketball operations with the club. Jordan eventually gained majority control of the team and held it until 2 years ago when he sold the franchise to Gabe Plotkin and Rick Schnall. Jordan still has a minority stake in the team. Jordan's post-NBA career has also led him to NASCAR, where he owns his own team, 23X1 Racing. Given his excellence on the court and the front office roles he held after his playing career, Jordan should have plenty to present as far as insightful commentary to the table. As I said before, with his exact role not known, hearing insight and analysis from the game's greatest player should get fans even more excited for the NBA and NBC to make its triumphant return in the fall. And it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense because, I mean, when you think of 90s basketball, you think of two things. You think of the NBA on NBC and you think of Michael Jordan. And it makes perfect sense to have the player that defined the 1990s be a special contributor to that this coverage. And I can't help but say this, man. I'm going to say this. I think a lot of this has to do with us, guys. It has to do with us. They see, you can call it nostalgia, you can call it whatever you want to. We are their most passionate and hard fan base. Yeah, they cater to the youngers, but they don't love the game like we do. I'm not talking all of them. Some of them do, but in general, they don't love the NBA on NBC and CBS before them too. They made us love this game. David Stern, the players, their effort, the heart, blood, sweat, and tears they put into their performances every single night, they made us fall in love with this game. And what LeBron James and his generation have done to destroy that burns our souls. So to see Michael Jordan come back and give his analysis of the game, it's fitting on that network. And I think that the game needs his presence. They need his presence. Now, I see some younger people saying, "Oh man, I hope you don't become a hater of the young players like Charles Barkley." Man, if you think Charles Barkley's hard, the thing about it is, I'm gonna tell you another thing too. now that I'm thinking about this a little bit more, I can't help but think that Michael Jordan sees certain people with podcasts and, saying things like one-on-one basketball isn't real basketball, throwing shots at the past, saying a guy like Giannis could go back to the 70s and score 250 points in a game. You see the constant disrespect from some of these youngsters when it comes to Jordan's era or preceding him, or hell, it even gets to the point where they're disrespecting Kobe's era, which was the Kobe just played his last game 9 years ago. You got these clowns saying Kobe couldn't compete in today's era. Just stupid shit, man. I told you guys that shit. I told you when Kobe was at his zenith, I told Kobe fans, don't think that you guys are special, because they're going to turn on Kobe too. And these LeBron fans don't even realize they're going to turn on LeBron too. They're going to turn on LeBron James the next 5 years. And whoever's the hot shit then, they're going to say that LeBron couldn't compete in this era. And then you're going to have all these LeBron fans run into my channel. Oh, man, I see what you're talking about. No, you didn't. You called me this and that. I told you how to use y'all. But anyway, this is great news, like I said before, for the sport in general. And no matter how much some of the media wants to shrink or tell lies to shrink his stature, he is the game's greatest living player, period. And no disrespect to Oscar Robertson or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, but he's the game's greatest living player. And at the end of the day, I like to see what he has to say about certain situations. I do wonder what his exact role would be. But that's interesting. I saw that breaking on X, and so I just want to bring that to y'all guys. Tell me what you guys think.